Hello guys, welcome back to this week's video. Today I'm going to be doing a little Q&A and catch up kind of video because I feel like I haven't sat down with you guys and chatted in a while because most of my most recent videos have been like vlogs or like with my friends, so I thought I would just sit down with you guys. I am actually filming this video on a different camera than usual. As you guys might know, I normally just use my phone, but I recently bought a new camera. It's kind of like a vlogging camera, but I think I'm just going to use it for like all my YouTube videos. So let me know in the comments what you think of like the quality and like the lighting. I am filming this at 6 o'clock, so it's quite dark outside, so like it might be better when I'm filming in the daytime. But yeah, got a new camera, so let me know what you guys think in the comments and let's go through my questions. I asked on Instagram, on my stories and in my broadcast group, so I'm just going to go through them and answer all the questions that you guys wanted to know the answers to. The first question is, what are your favourite perfumes? I need new recommendations. I feel like I have so many perfumes. I just love like smelling nice, and I always worry that I like don't smell nice, but always have like perfume on me. My favourite like perfume of all time is probably Glossier You, because it just kind of doesn't, I don't know how to describe the smell. It kind of just makes you smell nice. Like I can't describe it. I would say it's a bit kind of like fresh linen kind of smell, like it just makes you smell nice. But then recently I've been using all my Sol de Janeiro body mists because I've been using the body cream. I like wearing the matching body mist, and they're like mists, so they don't last as long as perfume, but the smell is so nice and I just always carry them with me so I can like top up. My favourite one is the like original like orange bottle one, and I also have the one in the pink bottle and the purple bottle, and they're all like so nice and they're just like really nice, like sweet, like summery smells, so I like those as well. I also love the Juicy Couture perfume. My sister used to have it when she was growing up, and they've recently like re-brought it out, and it reminds me of like my childhood. I really like that smell as well. But yeah, I kind of like most kind of sweet perfumes. Like I'm not that fussy. Like most perfumes I will try and use. Like I don't stick to like a specific one all the time. I know some people have like a specific perfume that is their smell. I do not. I just kind of use whatever one I grab that day. Someone said, what do you do for your hair? It looks so healthy. Thank you. My hair, I get a lot of questions about, but to be honest, I think most of my like hair health and stuff is just genetics and like luck. That the fact that like my mum has really nice hair, my sisters have really nice hair, and I think a lot of it is just to do with genetics. Like one of my best friends, her hair's like much thinner than mine, and like even if we use the same products, like her hair's always going to be thinner because that's just like what her mum's hair's like. And I do think it's bad that a lot of like these like hair influencers try and tell you like, oh, you can get hair like me if you use the same products, because like you can't get my hair unless you are like my sister, because you know we have the same genetics. Things that I do in general to help the health of my hair is I try and not use heat that much. I still use heat though, but when I do my curls I normally like sleep in the heatless curler overnight, as you guys have probably seen in my videos many times. And I will only wash my hair once a week, but that's because my hair is so thick naturally anyway that like it doesn't need to be washed more often than that, and I guess that helps. But yeah, I would say most things to do with hair is like generally just genetics, unfortunately. Obviously there are things you can do to help, but like if you already have like a hair care routine and stuff, then probably like your hair is kind of as good as it will get, just whatever you're born with naturally. Someone said, do you have any pets? In my flat now that I live in, I don't have any pets because I feel like I'm quite young to like, I love dogs. I would love to have a dog, but also it's such a big responsibility that I don't think I could like have a dog right now. At home, I've got a dog called Poppy, who's like my childhood dog, who is 13 years old now, I think, and she lives at home with my parents. And then at the moment as well, my parents are looking after my sister's dog Winnie, who I lived with for a bit last year before I moved out. So yeah, I have lots of pets in the family, but I do not have any pets myself. And when I was growing up, we had lots of chickens in the garden, which is a bit random, but I was always scared of them. So yeah, dogs are my favourite pet that I normally like have. Someone said, how did you meet Ro and Sarah? So Ro and Sarah are my two friends. If you guys don't know, they are wonderful people. You should follow them if you don't, because they make very kind of similar, along the same lines, content as me, and they're such lovely people. I met them both because Instagram put us in this sort of group where we were doing events called the Wellness Collective, where basically this lovely woman Belle that works at Instagram had like picked out a few creators in the UK that she thought like all made similar content, like wellness kind of content, like around like mental health or body positivity or comedy or anything like that to do with like being, you know, making positive content. And the first like meetup, I didn't know, we got given a list of all the people that were going, and I didn't know anyone at all. I'd never met any of them before. So I found who I thought was the friendliest face, which was Ro. I'm followed her on Instagram, messaged her like, oh my god, are you going to this dinner? Like, I don't like going to events by myself, like, can we meet up beforehand and like walk in together, because I don't like walking in together. And she was like, oh my god, yes, like I've been scared of going too, and like I wasn't sure if I wanted to go. So I was like, okay, I've got a friend. So we met literally just outside like the restaurant that the event was in, went into the event. I mainly sticked with Ro, and then we got like given seats, so I had to go and sit with like across the room from Ro, and I was like, oh my god, I've lost my friend. But I got sat on like the vegan table because it was like a meal, so I got sat with all the like allergen people that had allergens, because it was like a sharing board, so we shared like the vegan food. And I got sat next to Steph, who is an amazing girl as well, that was in the Wellness Collective that I'm still friends with now, and she's amazing. But Ro and Sarah were sat next to each other on the table, like seating plan. And then the next time I met up with Ro, she was like, oh my god, it's Sarah, the girl that I was sat with at that event, like we should all, you know. And then we all got invited to the Barbie premiere, but from Instagram, from the same sort of group. And then we made a group chat to decide on our outfits, and we still talk on that group chat every day now, and it is still called Barbie Premiere because that's why we made the group chat. But that was almost a year ago now, because that was last summer, and we have been friends ever since. And ever since then, Sarah moved into my apartment building, because when I moved out, I don't know if she came round before she moved in, I can't remember, but I remember she loved my apartment so much. She was like, oh my god, I'm looking to move house with my boyfriend, like, is there any free apartments in your building? And then she came to ask, and there was, and she's moved into my building now, which is so cool. And Sarah isn't from like where I'm from, so it's so nice to like have each other like living in the same building. It's so nice, and we can like film together all the time and stuff, obviously. But yeah, that's how I met Ro and Sarah. Someone said, how sociable do you think you are? I would say I'm fairly sociable, but also, especially in winter, I am quite like a hermit. Like, I will just stay in my apartment, and I love seeing my friends, and I love like spending time with people, but I also love spending time by myself. And sometimes I'm that person where like, if the plans get cancelled, secretly I'm a bit happy, because I'm like, oh, I get to spend the evening on my own in bed. But definitely if I don't see my friends in a while, I am like wanting to go out and see them, and obviously I like spending time with my friends. But sometimes I'm just like wanting to have a bit more time by myself. But I would say I'm fairly sociable. Like, as long as I'm not doing something every single day of the week, that's when I get like overwhelmed and like want to stay at home. But if I've got like a few plans every week, then I enjoy spending time with my friends and seeing people. Just noticed that my camera battery is flashing, so I'm going to put you on charge. Okay, now you're on charge. Someone said, how did you become so confident? Mainly, all my confidence was, at least at the beginning especially, just faked. Like, I would walk in a room and just, I've said this before, like, just try and act the way you think a confident person would act, because the people that are like observing you, or like your friends, they don't actually know whether you're feeling confident inside or not, like deep down. And what I do is still, even like if I'm having a day where I don't feel good about myself, or I don't like my outfit, I will just walk in a room wherever I'm going. If it's a party, or, you know, going to the pub or whatever, I'll just walk in and like be like, wow, I'm so cool, I look great. And even if I don't believe those things, the more you tell themselves, it kind of like, you start to believe it, and like it's kind of like manifesting for yourself that you feel confident. And that's something that's helped me at first. Someone said, can you do a house tour? I'm so confused about the layout of your apartment. That is funny. I actually filmed a house tour when I first moved in. I'll link it up here or like in the description. The layout of my apartment does confuse me. It confuses me, and it confuses my friends. Like, when they first come around, they're like, oh, I did not expect it to be this way. Because the bedrooms like aren't next to each other, and I feel like in most houses, like, there's like the living area and then like the bedrooms, whereas here it's like you've got a bedroom, then you've got the living area, then you've got another bedroom. So it's a bit confusing, but go watch the house tour if you wanna, if you're confused. Someone said, can you post vegan food recipes? Yes, I feel like I never know whether people want to see things like that, but that's why I started filming more like what I eat in a day videos, because I think at least then you can see more like vegan sort of stuff. I do have a playlist of all my what I eat in a day videos, and most of those videos I show like the recipes, so you could go watch those if you want some inspo. But maybe I should do more like specific videos about cooking. But I just feel like I would see my channel as like fashion and body positivity, not necessarily like food, so I never really think it like goes. But also I could start doing that if you guys want to see that, so let me know in the comments. Someone said, any tips for a toxic trio with the duo? I'm the one left out and it's horrible. That is really sad. I've definitely experienced that before, or like seen it before. I feel like I don't know if it's just me and like my friendships, but a lot of my friendships are trios, and it's hard to like feel like, oh, it's the two friends and then the third person. And I've definitely felt that before, like when I've been growing up. But I honestly think like if these are your true friends, you could like bring it up with them, like, guys, stop leaving me out, or even like in a jokey way, just be like, guys, you know. And if they like react weirdly to that, or like even if you generally like bring it up and like be honest with them and they react badly, then they must not be your friends anyway, so you might as well kind of bring it up with them. If they're horrible about it, or they're like, oh, you're being so dramatic, then you're probably right and you probably shouldn't be friends with them and you should try and distance yourselves from them. Or if you bring it up and they're really nice and they're like, oh my god, no, like we don't want you to feel like that, like what can we do to help, that's like true friends. So then you'll kind of know whether you've got some true friends there or not. Someone said, have you always been this confident? Definitely not. And I would still say I'm on like a journey. Like there are some days where I feel horrible about myself and I still have those bad thoughts and stuff. But I have not always been confident. If you watch like any of my videos or any of my content, you'll probably begin to realise like I was the most insecure child growing up. I had lots of health issues. I had really bad acne. I had loads of time off school for like health conditions, and yeah, just my whole life I basically like had body dysmorphia. And like my first memory of like being insecure about my weight is like in like year 2, which is when you're like 5 years old, which is really sad. I remember like comparing like the girls' legs when we were sat in assembly, and yeah, just like my whole life I had so many problems. I also had like a lisp when I was growing up, which I don't think helped with my confidence, so I just would never talk because I didn't want people to hear that I couldn't pronounce my L's properly. And that only went away when I was like in year 11, I think. So yeah, basically I was a very insecure child. I had so many things to be insecure about. And yeah, basically I was not feeling confident up until even first year of uni. I was not in a great mindset, and I think in the past kind of 2 years, that's when I've really, you know, like grown up and like kind of tried to not like feel those thoughts anymore, but they still do come back. So yeah, definitely I've not always been this confident, and it's always a journey. And if you're young right now, I promise you in years you will feel better about yourself, and to not like worry too much. Like I feel like it is a thing that just comes with being a teenager. Obviously there are things you can do to try and make yourself feel better, but I feel like being a teenage girl especially, you're just bound to be insecure about some things, especially like growing up in this age when you have like social media and stuff. So I really wouldn't worry too much, but obviously just try and do things to make you feel better about yourself, and just kind of, yeah, it all gets better with time basically. Someone said, what do you study at uni? I do business management with marketing. I picked it because I really liked business A level and I was really good at business A level, but to be honest, the degree hasn't really taught me anything more than the A level taught me, so I don't know if I would recommend it. I feel like business is the degree that you pick if you like don't know what else to pick, but it is kind of good. Like it looks good on your CV if you're like applying to like business jobs, but I'm not sure it's kind of the best. I'm not sure going to uni for me was the best decision, but yeah, I don't know. But yeah, study business. Someone said top tips for posting consistently on Instagram, TikTok and YouTube. I think my best tip is just batch filming. Like if you have one day a week where you don't have work or you don't have school or something, just film loads of videos on that day. That's what I do with my long YouTube videos. That's what I do with my like YouTube shorts and everything. Like I will film like 20 videos in one day, and then I've got 20 days worth of content. Or like, you know, if I'm posting twice a day, then I've got 10 days worth of content, and then I don't have to film every single day. Like there are some friends I have that I think are just crazy because they post, like they'll get ready for the day, film one video, edit it, upload it that day, and then tomorrow they've got to do the same thing. And if they miss a day, then they've missed a day of posting, and that would stress me out so much because I have to always have videos. Like I always have like drafts, like even if like I don't wait till I've used them all to start filming again. Like I always have some sort of buffer just in case I get sick or something happens or I don't have Wi-Fi or whatever. I always have drafts like ready to post, which I think is the main thing that's helped me be consistent, because even if I'm ill for a week, I've got 7 videos. It's fine. No one will even notice I'm gone. Like, you know, and I don't have to like get dressed and get ready every single day. Someone said, what's your favourite food? I feel like I get hyperfixated on food. Like I will think about the same food and want to eat the same food every day, and then I'll get sick of it and then I won't want it again for like 6 months. But I have lots of favourite foods. Like I feel like because I'm vegan, like most kind of vegan stuff at restaurants isn't that good. So when I find something I like, I will just want to eat it again and again. Like right now I'm obsessed with Nando's. I have been obsessed with Nando's for quite a long time. I love pizza, if it's a good vegan pizza. I love kind of just Italian food in general. I also love like Asian food, like Chinese food, or like Korean, or like Japanese, like katsu curry. I feel like I like a wide variety of foods, but also I will eat the same foods again and again. Like I know what I like and I would just order the same thing at the restaurant. But day to day, the most food I kind of eat is like pasta, like lots of bread, like bagels, toast. I don't really know. I wouldn't say I have like a favourite food, just like all the food I eat is my favourite. Like I don't waste a meal. Like any meal that I'm gonna eat is gonna be like have my favourite food in it. Like I love making food and I love like going out to eat and stuff. So yeah, basically all food is my favourite food that I can eat if it's vegan. Someone said how to find your clothing style, or how did you find yours? I think that's so tricky. When I was growing up, I feel like I used to just follow all the like trends and like micro trends and just buy whatever was like trendy. But I think definitely now I've grown a bit older, I've kind of worked out like what clothes actually look good on me and like my body type, and like what colours look nice on me. Like I feel like nowadays I always just wear all black outfits, or like blue jeans and black, mainly all black, and like just kind of plain colours is what I wear. Like I don't really wear any like crazy prints or anything anymore, and just kind of like if I'm picking any sort of item of clothing, I normally pick it in black or white. Like I won't kind of like venture into colours. Like I don't really have many colours in my wardrobe. But I think that is good for me, at least, because I like know everything in my wardrobe goes with everything, because everything's the same sort of colour tone. But for finding your own style, I think looking on Pinterest really helps. I love looking on Pinterest. Like if I'm having a moment where I can't think of what to wear, I will go on Pinterest and just recreate one of the outfits with whatever I have at home. I love looking on Pinterest, and obviously like following like influencers that you like that make like fashion kind of maybe like a similar body to you, or like similar kind of, you know, features to you, and you can see what looks good on them, might be able to help. But yeah, probably Pinterest is my main thing, because I love Pinterest and looking on there. Okay, that is all the end of the questions, because I've actually got to go because I'm going to Nando's for dinner. It's a shocker, I know. I'm going to Nando's to meet my friends, and I've got to be there in 20 minutes, and I am more than 20 minutes away, so I need to go. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what you think of my camera. I really hope this isn't fuzzy. Imagine if I filmed this whole video and it's fuzzy. Hopefully not. And like, let me know what you think of like the angle. Like, I don't know where to go. But I hope you're all having a good week and that you enjoyed this video. And I will see you in next Sunday's video. And if you want to see me before then, I post every single day on TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube Shorts, whatever platform I'm on it. But yeah, hope you're having a good week, and I will see you in next week's video.